a dream from 2021, and it's from July 2021. There was a relative of you guys that was working with a low vibrational group that played around and just sacrificing humans. I thought it was a joke, a game, to see you be manipulated and controlled, and I thought it was a game, and they thought it was cool to play in magic, dark magic, read up on some literature and try to apply it. Textbook version magic, but there were some things that they kind of got themselves caught up in that they did not have authority or the power to clear or close out or put back, rather. And of course, they were making offerings to things they couldn't see. So they, whatever entity was on the other side of that door received that offering, and it opened up a hell realm. This relative of yours thought it would be cool and thought it was easy peasy to basically do some sort of ritual energy manipulation for you to unalive yourself. And they thought, they were showing off. It was very pompous and arrogant as they were doing this type of ritual with these people. Very haughty, and like it ain't nothing. They can get you to take yourself out because they've done other crafty things that try to get you hooked on something, and so this was a cakewalk for them, but it didn't really affect you as much. So they wanted to pull out the bigger guns. So they link up with some female, and they go into the darker parts of the woods. They go into the deeper parts of the realm to pull a more darker force, negative force, low vibrational force to come out. And this was supposed to be some sort of sex demon that they wanted to attach you to make you do all these type of weird things. So this, of course, would have to degrade this family member even more, because when they are doing these acts, the energy has to be conjured from somewhere. And this relative of yours got themselves caught up in a crossfire, and the people who helped him do it was caught up in a crossfire too. But whoever you are, you come locked and loaded on the spiritual realm. And you had to do some things in the spirit to protect this relative. Because as far as you know, you're not expecting your relatives to be doing these things to you. You're like an earth angel. I mean, I don't know your light, but your energy, your light, and the warmth of what I'm feeling and seeing when I see you, you come off as a healer, whether you're self-healing and you help others, you're some sort of teacher, student type. You're a divine being. You walk in the light of God. You seek and you find and you knock, And whatever it is, you could be a star. You're a star being. As long as you're very, very much aware of who they are, and you're aware of your journey and your alignment, and you're working on yourself. These people was playing around in your spiritual waters, and they wanted to taint and stunt your spiritual growth, your healing, your awakening process. And they got themselves caught up in a lot of chaos and conflict and catastrophes by being deceptive in your energy. And this dream, they got a lot of people in trouble, and they have to admit defeat. They have to go and seek forgiveness with the Most High God. They have to admit defeat, and they have to right their wrongs. They need support. And they need to figure out who's going to help them put this stuff back inside of Pandora's box, because they can't do it. And it's taunting them. And people are getting affected out there because of them. And again, this is from 2021. It's 2025 now. And I was led back to this in my dream notes here. You had to come out and help this relative in that dream, because they was caught in a crossfire. Those little demons they conjured to come against you, it backfired on them, because demons couldn't come towards you. They couldn't come at you. Whatever they was trying to get them to do, they couldn't successfully complete their job. And now they went after their relative, and the relative was like, it was no more laughing, no more haughtiness, no more arrogance. It was like, oh, snap. And you yelling at them in a dream like, hey, pull out your weapon, show your power, all that stuff. You know, you can manipulate the collective. Y'all, hey, you talking about you got so much control. You the magician, you the wizard, you the warlock. Go on, do your thing. Put them demons in their place. Call them out. Where you at? Where you at? It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Hey, where you at? And so their relative couldn't move. It was stuck. Like they seen a ghost that was stuck. So you and your crew had to come out and do what you know to do to put this fool where they supposed, go help him out. They out there getting folks in trouble. Can't defend themselves on the spiritual. Don't know what they're pulling out of the darkness. Don't know how to put it back. Don't know. And you walk around with a balanced light and dark, so you know how to, who you gonna call. That kind of situation. But this relative don't have a healthy dose of nothing. They're too blinded by their arrogance. Their ego is too big. It's too wide. It's too weak. Their heart is too broken to even know how to handle the emotions of these demons. They need to admit defeat. I don't know what they was thinking coming against you. You are the very lamp at their feet. God put you there. The lie that they told on whoever you guys were to these folks is beyond me. They got these folks together to attack you, told them that they could unalive you. They could get you to unalive yourself and collect some money off your name, possibly. That's the new come up now. That's the new scam game now. They frauding folks. They put you in policies now. Relatives. They get power of attorneys. They claim that the intuitives and the empathics are mentally unstable and something wrong with them, and let us put some insurance money on them, and we have the power of attorney on them because they special. There's something wrong with them. Not the fact that they talented and gifted, but no, they're mentally unstable. They don't know how to take care of themselves. They need help. So we're gonna monitor their money for them because they don't know how to, The people who authorize that, they under the scope, and people see you and they see them and they kind of putting 2 and 3 and 4 together, and it's like, oh snap, and they carry the one. Y'all feel me? So that's all I got on there. I just wanted to let y'all know that this relative of yours, I don't know if they need your help or they putting out a SOS, but it's a lot of folks that are probably watching you and you're probably feeling the vibes, but they trying to I don't know, they something happened back then, and I don't know what the contract was for, but it's the end of that and the cycle is over with, or something coming back around and somebody's collecting. Oh, I did see the Reaper. I did see the devil came to collect. And if y'all know the law, when y'all do this stuff now, y'all got to know the law on it now. Y'all messing around with this stuff. Y'all got to know how it go. And I don't know how to tell you to get out this stuff because I don't dabble with this stuff. I want everybody to have what they are supposed to have. I ain't trying to take nobody destiny from them. I ain't trying to block or stop nobody's stuff. I ain't ever have. Ever. But for some reason, somebody did not want collective to have their life. They did not want y'all to have what God says y'all supposed to have. And these people got to pay for that. These people got to answer for that. And if they try to create evidence against you, somehow what you don't deserve, but honey, they did not allow God to finish what God started with you. And that ain't gonna ever be, because we ain't gonna ever arrive to a destination. We ain't gonna ever arrive to a destination. We're gonna forever be evolving as God's creation. So whoever tried to say, well, God, they ain't learned the lesson, they need to tap out. They need to go on tap out. We constantly ever evolving and growing. We say, God, what is the lesson they need to learn in this? We just gonna go right back around that circle until God intervene and say, let me get her up out of this. Let me remove this. I'll tear it all down. I'm going to tear it down now because now is the time, divinely. But whoever these people thought that they were, they just went in there and said, well, this is taking too long, God. I'm just going to go in here and create the tower and just block this road and that road and this road too for them because they just don't get it. Have they learned their lesson? They ain't learned it, God. So, yeah, they finna reap for that. It's one thing to say, God, I'm going to let you handle that and move out the way and go live your life. Not manipulate somebody and then say, see, they not living right. Not provoke somebody and say, see, they not going to do right. The universe is very smart, so is God. And no matter how many energies you try to hide in or you try to cloak your energy in, you're going to be seen. Because whoever collected these, God gave them their gift. They didn't cipher it from somebody else's energy. They didn't borrow nobody else's energy. They didn't mirror nobody. They're not doing that. They're not taking nobody else. Their energy is their own. Collective energy is my own. Your energy is your own. You ain't trying to be nobody else. You ain't trying to, you're good. You have multiple dimensions of who you are because you're multidimensional. You're going to channel the energy for the healing. But you are very solid and connected to who you are. These people wanted you to be disconnected from the very creator of all things. They wanted you to be scattered all over the place. They never wanted you to connect to the home within who you are. You are a star. And stars know where they are. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this helps somebody. And I'll talk to you guys next time. And make sure y'all hit like for me, and I will talk to you guys later.